Okay everybody, this is MOONEY-DASHCAM, coming back with another video. I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe if you do enjoy the videos. Alright, let's get into it. Today we are in
9420 Northern Boulevard.
Wow. I don't like that. Okay, today we're in Jackson Heights, Queens. There's a lot to talk about in Jackson Heights. Very interesting neighborhood. Alright, so a little bit of history. In 1909, it was officially named Jackson Heights after a well-known Queens entrepreneur and native, John C. Jackson. The Heights was taken from Brooklyn Heights to make the neighborhood sound more exclusive, which I guess Brooklyn Heights is pretty exclusive. I don't know much about it. Let me make this turn here. Don't want to crash while I'm trying to talk. Oh, nice camper for sale. Anyone interested? Save the number. In the 1930s, Jackson Heights became the second largest LGBTQ community in New York City besides from Manhattan. A lot of art and theater people from Manhattan moved over here. Most of them ended up being homosexual. This area became a big area for that. In the 1960s, a large Latin community moved in, along with a very big South Asian community. Pakistan, Afghani, Indian, very, very big community of them over here. Now by the late 70s, Roosevelt Avenue had become the commercial center of town. Crazy amount of businesses, a lot of money being brought in the area. That led to the Colombian Cartel moving in over there. There were a lot of money transferring services, wire transfer services, and they weren't meant for this, but they used them to transfer a lot of money to South America alongside regular people just doing normal transactions. A lot of the businesses on Roosevelt Avenue were money laundering for the cartels. So this was a crazy time in this area. I heard stories of them throwing people that owed them money off the top of these apartment buildings. Craziness. Triple homicides, double homicides going unsolved. Like, just ridiculous amount of crime. Ooh, nice AMG Mercedes in front of us. I love these trucks. So yeah, Jackson Heights, shortly after the 1970s, was named the cocaine capital of New York City. Pretty insane. Then in the 80s, Jackson Heights formed like a beautification group, trying to make the area cleaner. They made nice little parks. Ooh, that's a donk right there. That's what they call those lifted up old car. Yeah, beautification group. They had tours of the area. They made nice little gardens, nice like greenery around. And then it ended up paying off because in 1993, Jackson Heights was recognized as a historic district, not only in New York State, but nationally. So it worked out for them in the long run. Yeah, so in the early 90s, there were a few high-profile crimes. There was one of Julio Rivera, a gay Puerto Rican man who was killed in a hate crime. That sparked a huge outrage in the LGBTQ community, and it actually, from that, a lot of protests and activism went on, and it became, that's how the Queens Pride Parade came to be. So, pretty cool. Something good coming out of something pretty terrible. There was also another high-profile murder of a journalist who wrote about the cartel influence on Roosevelt Avenue. And I guess since that, they found him and killed him. A lot of people in the area argued that that wasn't technically Jackson Heights to make them look better. It was technically in Elmhurst. It was on the south side of Roosevelt Avenue, which we will be going down shortly, by the way. Let me check this GPS out. Oh, we're heading towards it. Let me make a quick left and a right. you can see there's a ridiculous amount of shops and apartment buildings and craziness going on. There are so many, there's such a diverse area. 170 languages are spoken in Jackson Heights. 108,000 people. Yeah, people come here for the food. The food is incredible. You get food from all over the world and authentic. Not like some cheap rip-off of a culture's food. People come from that country and start a business here, and that's the food. Pretty crazy. And Roosevelt Avenue is under the train tracks. You gonna let me pass, buddy? Thank you. Yeah, so Jackson Heights isn't very big. The main chunk of Jackson Heights is really 4 long blocks by 20 short blocks. So it does spread a little bit beyond that, but generally the northern border is Northern Boulevard, which I started on. Southern border is Roosevelt Avenue, which is right in front of us. Eastern is Junction Boulevard, and western is the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, which I've been on in one of my older videos. Yeah, so the demographic of the area now is it's about half Hispanic, a little more than half Hispanic and Latino, and about 20% Asian, South Asian, and then everything else is kind of mixed. This is Roosevelt Avenue, where the main chunk of stuff went on. Oh, I never finished my little history lesson. Yeah, so in the late 90s, all the crime across New York City was generally lowered. So that really caused there wasn't much of a demand for these illegal drugs, cocaine, stuff like that. So the cartel the activity died down in this area and all across New York City. I ran through that stuff pretty quick. Alright, now we just get to see the sights. So many businesses. You can see why people come here for food. A lot to choose from. Ew. Little Caesars to the left there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Don't get me wrong, we've all eaten Domino's, Papa John's, stuff like that. Little Caesars is by far, in my opinion, the worst. I mean, I got a pizza there once. The cheese wasn't even fully over the whole pizza. It's like a slice of just crust. It was very weird. I don't recommend it, but hey, if it's your thing, it's your thing. You can see like this supermarket's probably been here forever. The old faded. Oh really? Stop right in the middle of the road? You could go around the white car, come on. Oh, my lights just kicked on. It's nighttime. Oh, got the train going over us. Oh, it actually stopped right above us. Oh yeah, guys, comment if you have any suggestions of places you want me to go. I'm very open to suggestion, and I'll consider everything. I mean, I'm always around, so obviously in the New York area, Long Island area, I'll be happy to do anything you guys suggest. And there goes the train right on time. Thanks for that. Thanks, Hyundai. Alright, next right. I can slip through here. This is tight. Road work never fails. Never fails. Now you can really see how many apartments are in this area. That's why 108,000 people can cram into 4 long blocks. Alright, making it real easy for me. This is a tight one, people. Wow. Go up to Northern Boulevard, go a little bit past that. Yeah, so Jackson Heights was originally built for like the more affluent upper middle class of people. So they do have small little gardens, tree-lined roads. Tried to make it. Is it snowing right now? There's a little bit of snow coming down. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but I'm seeing some snow. So yeah, there's a little more greenery. See these little fences? I know it's not much to the left. Shrubs in front of the apartment buildings. A lot of New York City doesn't have that kind of stuff. That was a shopping cart full of old records. Not something you see every day. What is this to the right? Church? Yeah, see to the right here, you have these little gardens. And now, in the middle of these apartment buildings, like what you can't see, there's courtyards, private courtyards of greenery. It's like a luxury not many people get in the city. So people do like it over here. It's really just a city of huge brick apartment buildings. These lights are extra long. Not loving this. See to the left here, these are the older buildings. And I'm looking through the alleyways and you can see the courtyards in the back. Alright, that was pretty much Jackson Heights, Queens. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe. Alright, thank you guys.